news.
Well, joining us now is Nabila Ramdani, a writer on the Arab world. What was the conversation that was had, do we think, maybe 12 hours ago now, between, say, the military and Hosni Mubarak, or somebody else and Hosni Mubarak, that made him think, I can hang on till September?
Well, I think first and foremost his arrogance. We're talking about an old despot who's effectively putting his ego over the interests of an entire country, and who's surrounded himself with top generals, close allies in his cabinet, like his prime minister and his vice president, who are basically looking after his interests. And the idea is to have them to run the country along with the army in an interim period leading to the elections in September.
There were concerns. People were saying, well, hang on, be aware there might be a coup d'etat. Is this, in effect, what we're seeing? If the military is in the background now, is that, in effect, what we're witnessing?
Absolutely. I think it's very much of a coup d'etat in disguise, not a brutal one, but certainly the army is now in charge. And the very fact that not only President Mubarak's speech last night was an insult to the Egyptians' dignity, but Vice President Omar Suleiman made a similar speech telling people to effectively go back to work and forget about their grievances and their main aim to see. So it's very clear that the army is very much protecting the regime.
Okay, when we talk about the army protecting the regime, there was a distinct sense, again, about 12 hours ago, and it was this, that we must have a clear outcome to this, i.e. Hosni Mubarak must go. He's not going straight away, because the worry was if he didn't go, then people like the Islamic Brotherhood would step in, forces, shady forces that nobody wanted involved in the Egyptian state would take an opportunity there. Does that mean that if he's not going till at least September, we are into a riskier phase here?
Well, I think the narrative that the Americans and indeed President Mubarak have been serving the West for decades now about it's either Mubarak or the sinister Muslim Brotherhood is a black and white one, and it's not close to reality at all. The Muslim Brotherhood is very keen to play a democratic role in their country's future. They're not Al-Qaeda, they're not a jihadi group. They have a platform based on socio-economic reforms. Now, whether the people would vote for them is another matter, but it's part and parcel of the democratic game.
Nabila, for the moment, many thanks.
Pleasure.